Hey there folks, Tim Slade here from the eLearning Designers Academy. In today's video, I'm going to share with you my top tips for building your own e-learning projects that you can put into your portfolios. So stick around. One of the common issues folks run into when building their e-learning or instructional design portfolios is not having real work to showcase. Or when you do have real projects, you can't show them because they contain proprietary or confidential information from your company or your clients. But the truth is, I don't really think that's all that bad of a thing. I mean, there's only really a small percentage of the actual projects you work on that are likely to be deemed portfolio worthy, meaning they don't really showcase the full range of your skills. And so what I often recommend is that you should be building your own e-learning portfolio samples. And although it may seem like the samples you create for yourself are somehow less preferable to the ones that you might be creating for real projects, I don't necessarily think that's the case. You see, when you really think about it, creating your own e-learning portfolio samples gives you a lot of opportunity to tailor your portfolio to your strengths, and it lets you target your portfolio towards the type of work and the types of clients and the types of companies you want to be hired for. And not only that, but when you create your own samples, you get to apply and build your skills in new and different ways, and you have complete creative freedom to create whatever you want. You're not beholden to your stakeholders and subject matter experts and their opinions, their bad opinions, and you're not restricted to your company's or your client's brand standards. And in fact, from the standpoint of being a hiring manager, which I've done before, the projects you create yourself when you have complete creative control can be equally, if not more telling than the ones you create in the real world when you're working against a bunch of constraints. So how can you go about designing your own e-learning portfolio samples that can help you land your next job or client or opportunity? Well, here are my top tips. First, decide what skills you want to showcase. Now, I've talked about this before, and sometimes this can be the hardest question to answer for yourself. However, your portfolio should be a representation of three things: the type of work you're good at, the type of work you enjoy doing, and the type of work you want to be hired for. And so, as you think about creating your own e-learning portfolio samples, you need to get really clear about what you're trying to highlight and what you want potential hiring managers or clients to take away from your portfolio. For example, if we take a look at my portfolio, I'm interested in showcasing my e-learning development, video production, and visual design skills in Articulate Storyline, Rise, and Camtasia. And that's exactly the type of work you see in my portfolio. It doesn't contain a bunch of infographics, a bunch of participant guides, or PowerPoint slides that I've created over the years, because that's not the type of work I'm looking to get hired for, even though I can do that stuff. It's not what I want to be hired for. So if you're looking to illustrate your instructional design skills, or your visual design skills, or your technical skills, or your video skills, or any other type of skill, you have to get really clear about it, because it's going to affect everything you put in your portfolio, or at least it should. All right, so this leads me to my second tip, which is to pick a topic. Now, this is the thing that most people stress about, picking the right topic for their e-learning portfolio samples. And I'll be honest, I think there's some common myths and some bad advice out there that gets perpetuated in our industry. For example, the one I hear all the time is that you need to pick a business topic for your e-learning portfolio sample, especially if you want to land a corporate job. And well, I'm here to tell you that that's bullshit. No, you don't need to pick a business topic for your e-learning portfolio samples. Now, that's not to say that having a variety of topics in your portfolio isn't a good thing. Of course it is. But you don't need to be wringing your hands trying to find the right business topic. I'll give you a perfect example. If we go back to my portfolio, years ago, I was living away from home, and one particular year, I didn't go home for Thanksgiving. And being this really exciting person that I am, I decided to spend that week playing around in Articulate Storyline, and I created this little course on how to cook a turkey. And although this particular example isn't exactly instructionally sound, there's a lot of things I would do differently if I was really creating a course on how to cook a turkey. And I'm not looking to get hired in turkey cooking companies. It's actually one of the most visited items in my entire portfolio. And the reason why is because it does a really good job showcasing the things I talked about earlier, what I enjoy doing, what I'm really good at, and what I want to be hired for. It's a great representation of my Articulate Storyline and visual design skills. And so my point is, you can pick whatever topic you want. And if I put my hiring manager hat back on, the truth is I can evaluate your skills as an e-learning developer, as an instructional designer, as a visual designer, or whatever it is that I'm looking for, regardless of what topic you choose. It's not about the topic, it's what you do with it. And so if you're struggling to think about a topic, pick something that you're familiar with or something that you're passionate about and identify the things that people watching a course on that topic would need to be able to do after completing it, and build your sample e-learning project around that. All right, this brings me to my third tip, which is to incorporate real-world parameters into your e-learning portfolio samples. Now, what I mean by this is that the more you can get really specific about your hypothetical course topic, the hypothetical audience who would be taking this course, and of course, how they'd be hypothetically applying the skills being taught in that course, the better your sample e-learning project will be. So for example, if you're creating a sample e-learning project on, I don't know, customer service skills, ask yourself, what type of customer service person would be taking this course? Is this a customer service person in a physical store or a customer service person in a call center? Is this a course for new customer service employees or existing ones? Will they be taking the course on their computer or maybe on a mobile device? What if they only have 10 minutes to take the course? Or what if the course had to be paired with some sort of in-person workshop or some sort of job aids? Answering these types of questions, even if they're hypothetical, can actually help you create parameters or guardrails that can help you design a better e-learning sample project. And on top of all of that, it can also help you be more specific and intentional when explaining the reasoning behind your design decisions, all of which are things that potential hiring managers and clients want to see. All right, before we finish this out, my final tip is to remember to be creative and have fun. It's your portfolio and you can put whatever the heck you want on it. And like I said at the top of the video, when you create your own e-learning portfolio samples, the sky's the limit. So take risks and push yourself outside your comfort zone. Don't try to replicate what everyone else is doing. Remember, you want your portfolio to stand out, not blend in. All right, so those are my tips for building your own e-learning portfolio samples, which of course leads me to my question of the day. What other tips do you have for others building their own portfolio samples? Or what lessons have you learned from building your own portfolio? Share your thoughts, tips, and comments down below. As always, I want to thank you so much for watching. If you haven't done so already, make sure to like, subscribe, and of course, click that bell button if you'd like to get alerted the next time I publish a video like this one. And of course, if you'd like to learn more about building your own e-learning portfolio and of course, growing your e-learning career, make sure to check out the eLearning Designers Academy at elearningacademy.io. My name is Tim Slade, and until next time, I'll see you around.